Breaking news: Donald Trump crumbles to Turkey pressure in Syria as U.S. pulls support for rebel fighters. Donald Trump has crumbled to pressure from Turkey in the war-torn nation of Syria after the U.S. announced plans to withdraw its support for rebel fighters it considers an ally in the fight against terrorism. Ankara and Washington agreed on the roadmap for the future of the Syrian city of Manbij yesterday. Bekir Bozdağ, the deputy prime minister of Turkey, said, today, Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu and U.S. Secretary Mike Pompeo during the meeting in Washington have agreed on a roadmap on withdrawal of People's Protection Units, YPG, terrorists from the region. The schedule, ways of ensuring security and the terms of withdrawal have been set out. The two nations agreed on a joint plan to end a bilateral dispute over the presence of YPG troops in the city of Manbij. It also believes the Kurdish Democratic Union Party, PID, and the YPG have ties to the Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, a banned political party. The U.S. Department of State issued a statement following the meeting between Mr. Cavusoglu and Mr. Pompeo in which the pair laid out a roadmap to ensure stability in the region. It read, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey Mevlut Cavusoglu and U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo met on June 4 in Washington, D.C. They reaffirmed that Turkey and the United States remain committed to addressing their common concerns in a spirit of allied partnership. They considered the recommendations of the Turkey-U.S. Working Group on Syria pertaining to the future of our bilateral cooperation in Syria on issues of mutual interest, to include taking steps to ensure the security and stability in Manbij. They endorsed a roadmap to this end and underlined their mutual commitment to its implementation, reflecting agreement to closely follow developments on the ground. The duo also discussed the current state of relations between the U.S. and Turkey and vowed to hold further meetings to resolve current outstanding issues. The statement from the Department of State went on, Minister Cavusoglu and Secretary Pompeo also discussed Turkey-U.S. relations and agreed to hold further meetings of the working group mechanism to resolve current outstanding issues in their bilateral relationship. An initial session of the working group on judicial and other issues took place immediately after the meeting of the minister and the secretary. A substantial lack of concrete details were missing from the statement, including timing and a precise plan of action. Such an agreement has been wanted by Turkey for a while and comes at a time of strained relations between itself and the U.S. thanks to differences in Syria policy. Donald Trump's decision to move the U.S.'s embassy from Israel to Jerusalem also cooled ties.